Okay. All right, Gregor. So this is probably Marcus's memory. Oh wait, no. Okay, Marcus,
You already
Gregor.
get that.
No, listen. It's touch and go here. Okay, this is weird memory stuff. I don't like it.
Gregor is
I'm trying
slashing
to-
away at the fog.
It doesn't really give way here.
Maybe we should go inside?
This fog is tougher.
Okay. Yeah. So aside from Inian, it seems like we need to help people realize their potential is what we're doing. So let's find
Or kill owl bears or something.
right. Or just kill people. I think just kill people is kind of what we're supposed to.
Kind of a little bit. Speaking of that, I'm pretty sure I'm following the thread right here, so Ash, we might be in your memories next. Anything we should, like... I know. I'm sorry. If I could stop it, I would.
Gregor knocks at the door.
You knock at the door, and you feel warmth from inside as it cracks open. On the other side, you see a face. Somebody who's been expecting you for a long, long time.
What? No!
A much, much younger person waits on the other side of the door with an almost less aggressive demeanor. Now only an apprentice, a much, much younger Harlock stares at you, inviting you inside.
Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
Winds rock the gigantic mansion on all sides. Beautiful stained glass windows that barely stand up to the blizzard outside. However, the hearth is warm and inviting inside. You stand, seeing someone familiar to you, yet unfamiliar. She motions you inward with an almost different air about her. You recognize this building. You recognize this foyer. It's something you stepped into mere moments ago, yet it's completely different. It seems like life has been breathed back into Chateau Harleaux. The long gashes that ran along the outsides are no longer there, and, the fire's missing. The giant fire, not there, no fire.
Also the giant flesh mosquito things?
Ash, you do think that, but you take a peek outside and no, you see one of the fleshy things floating on past. Apparently they're
What
just
the
a
fuck?
thing in this area.
Wait, they're still here?
Why?
They're like what do you
Literally
have?
everything else is normal. What is this?
They're normal. It's normal.
It's
That's normal for
Incorrect.
It's completely normal.
What are you
For
worried
Harlock's
about?
house.
What's a normal thing from Tannhauser?
Normal ass tree?
Okay.
Which don't make you do a double take?
Think of this like a tree with the mouth.
No, that's awful!
That's normal.
Welcome to Free Arc.
Okay.
You take a step inside and almost feel like it's improper decor to come in dressed as you are. You're tracking snow everywhere, after all. However, you find your chilled bones immediately warmed by definitely not ethereal fire, normal fire. And sconce torches hang on the walls and warm you up pretty quick, actually.
Wow, it's really nice in here.
All right, Marcus, Gregor, play it cool.
Okay.
I
I
was
mean, I
going
was
to.
playing it cool. Are you playing it cool?
Right. Yes, of course. I'm
Okay.
playing it very cool.
That's good.
Uh-oh. When Ash
Miss-
says that, that's not...
Harlock.
Oh, boy.
It's pronounced
hold out a hand.
Harlow.
Of course, Miss Harlow. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Right.
Hello.
Sorry, it's my accent.
Oh, okay. Where is it from exactly?
Foreign parts.
An island.
Called Meath.
They're letting Median pirates in the Freearchy Mages Guild now.
It's a long story.
progressive.
But yes.
Well, I'm technically just the bodyguard. He's the mage.
Hello, hello.
I accidentally gestured to Gregor.
I believe what my companion is trying to say is, yes, Master here is the mage, me, Gregor.
And I'm their magic lackey, I say, doing jazz hands.
Of course, of course. Well, welcome to my humble abode.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, I
It
look
is.
around at the rich tapestries and incredible
this is-
carpets.
This is quite a stretch from humble, I'd say. This is actually rather opulent. I'm certainly impressed with the degree of nobility possessed by one who would inhabit such a home.
I
Yeah.
like that it's
I mean,
not
you should see the
destroyed.
King Cobb mansion. It's much bigger.
Oh.
I would love to, but I don't want to get pelted with cash.
So yes, we are here from
The Mages Guild?
Home
the Mages Guild.
Why is the
and
bodyguard
the Mages
doing all the
Guild.
talking?
I live there. You see, when you become as powerful a mage as me, you use your magic to make your lackeys talk. Isn't that right? Yes,
Why, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I assume you guys have been briefed on the.
I'm sorry.
I assume you guys have been briefed on the situation.
I have, but my silly little minions have not.
Why, yes.
My
I am
name is
just an
Gregor Spellway,
idiot.
by the way.
Oh, nice. But I am
A
just the
pleasure to
idiot
make
magic
your
lackey
acquaintance.
known as Morkas Volofmore. Would you please explain the situation to me?
You guys seem
Yes,
oddly
poor Morkman here has a
familiar.
poor memory.
And I have no name.
This is Ash.
Come on! Gregor, seriously?
We gave her a name because it started getting a little bit old referring to her as the woman with no name.
Yeah, that would be inconvenient. Okay, well, I guess to refresh your memory on the situation, I have managed to open up my own little tear in my laboratory in the East Wing, and I will
a
need
good
some
wing
assistance
for magic.
stabilizing it while I investigate, because I think this really might be my pass into the
Yeah.
Hunters Guild. So I think everything's coming up Harlow.
Yes,
just
the
a
Hunters Guild.
question. How,
Interesting.
you seem young to be an applicant applying to the Hunters Guild. How old are you?
16. Why do you ask?
I look really sad all of a sudden.
Yes, and how old would you say you'd be when you were to meet fellows similar to us later?
Gregor,
You know, it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
I
Probably
lean
You
in-
must
25.
pardon my master. He is privy to esoteric knowledge, which makes him ask strange questions
I
sometimes.
have cast a spell and
Clearly a
become
powerful
unstuck in
mage.
time, you see.
Yeah, and that explains that feeling of familiarity I have with you guys. It's a good sign. I think nothing could go wrong today.
Gregor, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's not, like, this is
What
a
doesn't?
memory.
How do you know?
Like, because we've done
You
this
are but
3
a
times
lackey.
already.
I'm the
Shut
master
up.
of magic and
Also,
time.
Listen, Gregor, I'm playing into your whole magic thing. Can you just roll with me whenever I toss something out? I wanted to try like a cool thing, and you just kind of shot it. I didn't appreciate that.
What cool thing was that?
I was saying like, oh, I've got no name because
That was the cool thing?
That was the come on. That's in like the McGee books. Like that's the cool character's got no name.
Yeah, and you literally have to read 200 pages where they refer to the man with no name every second sentence.
Wasn't that tight? Wasn't that cool?
Okay,
Like-
it's cool if it's used sparingly and appropriately, but if you drown your reader in something like that, well, I don't know. I shouldn't. You know what? It's not my place to say what is and is not good fiction that you're allowed to enjoy.
We can add a
Thank
question
you.
mark onto the end of your name as if we're not sure if it's your name.
Ash?
Ash?
Okay, all right. I can work with that, Gregor Spellway.
As you travel further into the mansion, following behind Miss Harlow, you notice that there are actually quite a lot of butlers, maids, just kind of standing around. This one bows as she passes. The person that you'd come to know as Harlock doesn't seem to pay them any mind. This is maybe an everyday thing for her.
And a magical day to you, too.
What do they look like to us?
Thank you. A magical day to you as well, friends of the mistress. Marcus, you feel something like weird and resonant with these characters. They're likely tangible and very real to Harlock, definitely.
To who?
But to you, God, it almost seems like a parody of your past standing immediately in front of you. It's not exactly comfy.
Hey, I say to this maid and or butler and place a hand on where I think its shoulder is. You're doing great.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hurry up,
already moving on.
Morkley, Delorkley, and Ash?
Are you trying
Yes,
to
my
incite
magical
a
master.
rebellion amongst the servants?
Of course not. I'm just, offering common courtesy as fits a fool of my station.
So, Marcus, super sorry about saying Gregor was the mage. I kind of panicked, and I know you're usually standing to my right, but like, I just, I don't know. I just freaked
Have a
out. Okay.
formation?
Ash, it's okay. This is a crazy, improbable situation. I don't mind having to play a slightly different role for a little bit.
All right. Yeah. See, it feels a little like, what's that word? Whenever the thing that Kier does with the binoculars when he thinks people aren't looking.
Irony?
No, it's like spying, but
Voyeur?
like dirtier.
Voyeurism, I think is what you're
Yeah,
thinking.
Voyeurism.
So like, I think Dog called it voyeuristic or something like that.
Yeah, voyeurismo. It's a foreign word.
Voyeurismo. This feels very voyeurismus. Like us just. Did I abbreviate that? Did I add that word into the thing right? The sentence?
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
Why are you
Yeah, it feels
concerned about
kind of-
snooping around in her memories now?
Because I was concerned about snooping in your memories.
Yeah,
I'm
it's an
pretty
uncomfortable
sure you
situation.
invented a stance for me. I got some
I
real
just-
stuff to work
look,
out now.
I just hypnotized past you into knowing a stance that future you knew. There's nothing weird about that.
Oh, that fits into my Time Wizard backstory, actually.
Anyway, back on topic. I'm just kind of off balance because it feels like I'm seeing things I shouldn't be allowed to see.
It's definitely really weird, but, it kind of sucks. We don't really have a way around it. This is just where we are, and we have to make the most of it.
Man, I'm sure there's a
Right.
future version of myself that would be really embarrassed by all of this being laid out for you guys.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, that sounds like a great idea for a
That
book.
sounds exactly right. I can say that as a future mage.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are wondering why we are not going east to the East Wing. It would be rude for me
Of
not
course.
to introduce you guys to my family, and I need to say that I will be late for dinner.
Family?
Really?
Oh.
Dinner?
Fine. Chellisandre, we weren't expecting guests, but
Chellisandre?
Chellisandre?
if
It's
If your
pronounced
guests-
Spellway.
if your guests from the Mages Guild will be staying for dinner as well, I'll have the servants cook up a little bit extra. Sorry, I'm being so rude. My name is Raphael. This grand man stands up and walks over to you. His form begins to almost snap into focus as he approaches Chellisandre. Big, imposing presence, almost the same vibe that the figure in Gregor's memory gave off. While not maybe particularly grand in stature, you get the feeling that this person is very, very important to your friend. A somewhat bored and disinterested lady sits across the table and just, makes eye contact with you for half a second and then returns to her meal, while two younger boys bicker in the back.
They seem like total dweebs.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Silence,
They
you
argue a lot,
apprentice
but-
magician.
They're,
How very rude
they're good.
to our shadows.
This is welcome to our humble abode. I think I heard you say that earlier. Let me rephrase.
I did say that. We think a lot alike, Father.
Yes, he stops and rethinks for a second,
Father.
tapping his foot.
Then you're a daughter. I see.
An astute observation, my magical master.
Thank you, my young ward of magic.
I do a
Sparkle
silly
boy,
bow.
as I call you.
Your associates from the Mages Guild seem rather... They're astute. They figured out our relationship almost immediately.
Yes,
Said approvingly.
Mr. Master Spellway here seems to be some sort of time wizard. So
A time
I think
wizard, you say?
I think he might have used his magic powers to go back in time mentally and see my birth to find out that I was somebody's daughter.
How very interesting.
Master Spellway also informed me that you were related to everyone else in this room.
Did you do that telepathically?
Except us. Well, no. As a time wizard, he went back in time and told me that as we were standing in front of the door. It was...
In fact, I have not even done it yet. That's why I don't know what you're talking about.
Give me a personality check, you two.
Damn it. Look, I'm just trying to be cool, okay?
I get that. You're doing great. Chelisandra's father kind of nods, going along more or less with your story. Apparently he stops following at a certain point and just kind of takes your word for it along with hers.
Yes, Master Spellway is privy to many extraordinary pieces of information. He informed me that I was an embarrassment to the parents I never even knew. I am honored to serve him.
Yes, he has quite a few strong stances on the outcomes of this of our meeting.
Wow, after we're done with the task at hand, I'd be really honored to go over your time magic techniques. I haven't really come across it much in my studies.
Yes, maybe we'll have time.
Oh no, Master Spellway, your schedule is full up.
Oh yes, full of events and that occur in sequence,
Well, perhaps on another timeline.
much like time.
That's...
I wouldn't be so disappointed. You've already met. I point and wink at Chellisandre.
She kind of looks at her for a moment and then shrugs and then continues.
Time can be quite confusing for all involved.